This is me, Luke Moss. I'm out here fishing. Oh, and he's got one. He's got one. As you can see, I'm catching perch. I am here, wrapped around a lure. And it's getting that season where you won't be able to catch nothing. I'm keeping everything. Do you understand me? Everything. I'm keeping everything because it's starting to get cold and there won't be fish biting. So keep everything. We're going to put him in the bucket. We are. We're going to put him in the bucket. My bag is my gloves. As you can see, I use a bag. But you can see I got a little minnow lure, fishy like, with a worm on it. And it's working. And you can see I wrap him on there like that. Wrap that worm on there like that. And cast him out. Let's see if we can get another one. Right out there for you. I am back at the DMV in Nashua, and as you can see, I'm legal. There's my license. Alright, and let's make sure that we show all the viewers my license, because we can't have old Mr. Game Warden coming down here, can we? Without that license. Let's see if we can pull in another one. I'm gonna jerk him around a little bit, you know. Just to, I got my bucket here. I can sit on my bucket. I want to sit where the camera can see me. Hope I don't fall in the water. Thought I had something there for a minute. As you can see, I come up short with a leaf. He took me. So we're going to rebait it again. We are. And today is my day off, so I figure I get some fishing in. I'm going to wrap that worm around him again. These worms aren't the freshest worms because I kept them in my car, I think, for about a week. Some of them are dead and some of them got some life on it. Back out there again. Let's try it again. And I think I hooked one. I think I got one. It's a little one, but I'm keeping them. I'm keeping all fish because it's getting cold, and you know, about 3 or 4 of these on a plate. You can't go wrong with 3 or 4 of these, right? Right or wrong? And he fell off, but he's going back in the bucket. As you can see him, I got him upside down, and watch this. Aya! So we're gonna do this again. We're gonna wrap. It's like a little minnow lure. And I'm going to wrap a worm around it again. As you can see, there's my license. So there's Mr. Game Warden don't say anything. Because if he does, it's right in his face. Right on the top of my head. Alright, I'm going to wrap a worm around it again. And these fish are so hungry. I mean, they're not, look at this worm. He ain't even moving. But I'm going to put him here like this. I'm going to wrap him around the lure. And then I'm going to cast out another one. This goes out to all my fishing buddies in Elmira, New York. Yep. So let's see what happens again. Water's nice and still, and as you can see, something's hungry out there. And I just got that lure on there, and I'm giving it a couple little jerks. Yes, like I said, it's October, and pretty soon you won't be able to catch nothing unless you're ice fishing. I don't know, I think something might have took that. Something might have took that because it bit it earlier when I was up here. And let's see if it did. It probably did because that worm was very old. And yes, he got me. Which, that happens a lot. So, I'm going to tear this one in half and wrap him around there again. You don't want to wrap the tail of the lure. At least, you know, that'll swim. And I got him again like this. So I'm gonna see if I can catch something this time. All right. Besides playing drums, I love to fish. This is my second pastime. See if I can pull another one out of here. I think something's playing with it, but I don't think he wants it. So we're going to cast it back out there again. Because you never know. That was a nice smooth cast, wasn't it? It's hard to tape and try to catch a fish because you may not catch nothing or anything, and so you make a video with no fish. I missed him. You know you gotta have an ugly stick because you never know what you're gonna catch. So I'm gonna lay him down here for a minute, like that on that stick, and see if something bites. Now all of a sudden, they don't want to bite. You can see if my worm is still on there. And part of it is. Let's see. And just like I thought. We're gonna put a little speed to this. With that worm on there. Let's see what happens. It's about, I'd say, 48 degrees out. Water's a little cool. And there's one right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's a nice bluegill. Look at the size of him. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. You see how he hit that worm? You see how he hit that worm? He hit the worm that's wrapped around that lure. Yeah, this is Luke Moss, and I'm live. And that's a big fat, I don't want to, you see me jumping. That's a big fat sunfish right there. All day long, baby, all day long. So, I'm going to take him off. Let me see if my camera's still on. I'm going to take him off here. Just lean him up against my hand here so I can grab him. Yeah, see, he's a big one. He's a bull. That's what you call a bullgill right there. A bullgill. Look how he's got that. Look how he's got that in his mouth. He's got the lure and he's got the worm wrapped right around it. So we're gonna, oh yeah, look at the size of him. Look at the size of that baby. Now, watch what I do. Fish for tonight. In the bucket. Like Nantucket. We're gonna put him back right over there. And I'm going back out there again. I am. And like I said, he came for that one. He came for that one. This is New Hampshire fishing. They say some of the best fishing is in New Hampshire, baby. Although I'm a New York Yankees fan and, you know, Giants fan, but they don't mind New Yorkers pulling fish out of their water here in New Hampshire. Now, do ya? We're gonna jerk this around again and see how missed him. But he was hitting it. I think he got it, fellas. think he got that one. Now this is what you call getting robbed. I got robbed. So I'm gonna see if I can. I want to see if I can pull him out of there again, as you can see. That's right. We're gonna see if I can pull him out. You see that U in my line? Usually when that straightens out, something's on here. I hope. Give it a couple jerks and I think I snagged it out of his mouth that time. Fish are smart. That's why they swim in schools. And that's why they take my bait. I only got one more worm left. So I'm going to put the whole worm on here. Like this. And I don't know if the tape's still running, but give me a second. Yep. So I'm going to cast this last worm out. Like this. Let's see what happens here. And I got him. Oh yeah, there he is. I told you he was gonna hit that, didn't I? Oh yeah. And I don't want him, but I'm gonna tell you, that's the cousin to a carp, a chub. And nobody wants a chub, I don't think, but if I take it to the Chinese fish market, they'll take it. But there's a chub. You can see that lure right there in his mouth with that worm around it. There he is again. And they make a weird noise like, you don't even really want to take these guys off the hook because they're but he's got to come off of there. That's my license. Remember, if you're gonna fish behind DMV in Nashua, bring your fishing license, okay? Don't get caught in Nashua fishing without a license, especially Nashua. They may lock you up and you may not come out till next spring. I have to use a bag because I ain't got my gloves, but see how I got that hook? That hook is in his mouth with that worm. I'm just gonna pull up on him. like that, and you can see he tore that up, didn't he? Yeah, he did. That's right. So, let me see if I can put one more on here. One more piece of worm. I'm just gonna put the last pieces that are all tore up on here. And this is October fishing in New Hampshire. And I'm gonna cast him back out again. And see if something hits this again. Beautiful out. Water's not moving. I got fish in there for tonight. And this line, string yellow fluorescent. Been using it for years. My friends used to tell me, you're gonna scare the fish. I ain't gonna scare the fish, you are. There's a piece still on there. Let's see if we can get him to hit that again. That's right, in beautiful, beautiful New Hampshire. Just giving it a little jerk and letting it drop. And hopefully something will hit it again. Set him down for a minute, and I'm gonna start cleaning up because I got no more worms. So all your garbage and junk that you got, you want to make sure you pick it up and stick it in a bag. And that way you won't see any posted signs up. Because once you start leaving garbage, normally they start posting signs up. And we don't want that. Because I want to come back. Just gonna check the camera real quick and I'll be right back. I was using 2 poles, but this one caught a snag, got in a snag, so I had to pop it. And sometimes it's better to fish with 1 pole. If you're going back and forth and not really concentrating on the 1 pole. But this is another ugly stick. You can't go fishing unless you have an ugly stick. And no matter where you go, you gotta have an ugly stick. But you're out here live with Luke Moss, and I'm catching a whole bunch of perch and some bluegills. because there's not too much happening because it's a little cold out in the lakes and stuff, unless you're in a boat. And I don't have the money for a boat, so I come to the shore and fish. Well, this is Luke Moss, and it's time to go. Thanks for joining me. And more than likely, you'll see me next year. Thanks for hanging out with me. Keep fishing.